how does Israel continue to justify the humanitarian crisis that we are seeing? You know, as I said, 13,300 people killed. Among those killed, 5,600 children.
Well, as you said, the Israeli military believes that the al-Shifa hospital is a nerve center of Hamas operations, possibly even location where some of the hostages taken from Israel on the 7th of October were stored away for some time before the IDF invaded the Gaza Strip. There was evidence of a few hostages killed, perhaps on the perimeter of the hospital, or their bodies were found on the perimeter of the hospital. So the IDF maintains that the al-Shifa hospital has for a long time been known as a command and control center of Hamas, and the Biden administration provided some independent discussion or independent verification of these claims. And there have also been statements made to the media by doctors and other medical personnel, as well as UN agency heads and other aid agencies that have been active in Gaza, that this has been known widely for some time. What the IDF now needs to prove to the international community is that the cost to humanitarian life and the disruption of the normal function of the al-Shifa hospital, which does function as a real hospital, while perhaps also still being a nerve center of Hamas operations, is justified, particularly from the point of view of crimes committed in wartime, as a part of this larger Gaza incursion or Gaza operation. At the same time, I think we should take the Hamas death toll figures not at face value. Of course, the Gaza Ministry of Health is a Hamas adjacent agency. And while the humanitarian crisis in Gaza certainly continues to deepen and the disruption of function at the al-Shifa hospital is part of that story, I think we should take those numbers with some grain of salt.
Frankly, I have great respect for Sara as an academic. However, it seems to me that she is mimicking a lot of the Hasbara talking points that the Israeli government keeps circulating in the absence of credibility thus far with regards to all these accusations. For example, she's talking about the charge that there might be a tunnel complex under the al-Shifa hospital. There are, of course, tunnel complexes under all of Gaza. So what's so surprising about having it essentially as an emergency passage to the hospital if needed during any Israeli invasion of Gaza? That has been needed in the past, and it's probably needed today. Having tunnel complexes, Sara, there are tunnels under the White House, for God's sake. What makes that a crime against humanity until you prove so? When you prove so, release it. And I'll be the first to come and acknowledge it and apologize. But they aren't. I mean, we're talking about leveling the ceiling of, lowering the ceiling of these charges from being the command center, as even the President of the United States fell into Netanyahu's trap and repeated it, then they had to eat his own words. It is not proven yet. Sara, in these times in Israel, only a couple of months ago, showed us a video bragging about the most sophisticated hospital, one that I know personally, Rambam in Haifa, that is all underground. The whole parking lot, all the tunnels under the hospital have been turned into the most modern emergency hospital for use basically during times of war. So talking about a nerve center, that hasn't been proven yet.